Yeah, so I think we should start the session. So, hello Y21. I hope you're enjoying your online classes a lot. Uh, I hope we will meet soon in the campus. So yeah, uh, yeah. So we welcome to DESCON Society. So DESCON basically as an orientation I have already explained. If you have attended, that DESCON basically stands for Design and Construction. So you might get an idea that what we do. So we basically design things and then we construct those things in like a miniature model of those. So now the question is what we design and construct. So for that we are so basically who we are, what we do. So to answer that, I would like to ask a question to you, that have you ever wondered that what are the like how these wonders of the world are made possible, or what makes them different? Or let's say example, why is there only one Burj Khalifa, not another building taller than Burj Khalifa? Why Burj Khalifa is the only tallest building? So like there's something that make them different. So yeah, so we are that group of enthusiasts that are curious about to know the recipe of their construction, like of these big projects like bridges, building, etc. So like in Discord Society, we design our own structure on software. We do their analysis, like stress strain analysis, like whether there is stable or not, and then we construct their miniature model as well. So apart from that, we also conduct talks and discussion session on the ongoing innovation in the field of construction, like talks by industrial experts, discussion session among your peers. So So this is a famous saying by a Spanish poet Federico Garcia Lorca, that there is nothing more than poetic and terrible than the skyscrapers battle with the heavens that cover them. Like skyscrapers, if you know it, are the like tall buildings that touch the sky. So yeah, so moving to the next slide. So in society, to promote these kind of activities, to promote this curiosity, as I've told that so we organize various competition where you compete and win goodies. We also organize projects are the most important part of any club, as a science and technology club and society, where we uh, dive deeper into the concepts of in last year we conducted in last summers we conducted a project structure super combo and catalysis, and last year we also developed an app. It was a combo of, we will get into this at later also in these projects. So we also conduct group discussion where we come and discuss about various design various, like you discuss about among your peers. That is I think that I like the most, that discussing among your peers, having debates and discussions. So we also conduct workshop where we you can learn about online softwares like AutoCAD, SAP 2000. AutoCAD you might have heard about, I guess. SAP 2000, where we design and analyze the stability of various structures. So we also conduct talk session, as I already mentioned in last slide, that by industrial experts on ongoing innovation of the like in the field of construction. And apart from that, we also do chill as well, yeah, as expected. So yeah, this is a funny meme that in earlier childhood you must have seen bridges as the, you must have played with bridges like this, but in Descon Society you will be playing with these type of bridges. So this is basically like a stress strain analysis of a truss of a bridge. So yeah. So now we will dive deeper into the like basics of design and trusses and beams, etc. So Priya, our team Seki will be taking over this. So Priya, over to you.
Hello everyone. So I'm here to tell you more about what design and construction means. So let's see what is design. So design is basically a process in terms of construction. If we see, then design is a process of creating a solution to a project brief and then preparing instructions allowing that solution to be constructed. I know it's a complex definition, but if we go further, then we can say it as to design is to mean to build a basic framework so that we know that which algorithm which we will follow during the construction so that we get what we desire and we get an efficient structure at the end. So the design process must rationalize different and sometimes contradictory requirements of aesthetics, the brief, budget, structure, regulations, climate, weather, security, privacy, and so on, to create a unified whole. Which means that if we build any of the structure or monument, it's not only that whatever design we require is only the thing. We sometimes need to take care of the weather, climate, and also the privacy. Like we can have an example that in a building, if you are not having a door, then of course we'll not have a privacy. But to even construct the door, we need earlier designs or earlier motivation to make such a design such that we keep the gap for that door open. Then we have this can be overlaid by the adoption of design principles such as balance, unity, movement, emphasis, contrast, space, alignment, and so on. So all of these factors should be always looked upon while designing, since as I said that efficient design is important for us. Now, broadly speaking, design is a process of creating the description of new facility, usually represented by detailed plans and specifications. Like while designing a home, we always specify what are the distances and where the doors will be, etc., etc. And the construction is the planning. Construction planning is a process of identifying the activities and resources required to make the design a physical reality, which means it's like a recipe which we are following to make that design into a reality. Yeah, next slide, please. So what is the importance of good design? So basically, the lack of natural light, poor ventilation, and frustrating functionality in a building can quickly bring its inhabitants down. Which means that even we feel it when we are in darker rooms, we don't feel like working. But whenever we are in a light up area, we always get a boost in our energy. So light and airy buildings are the best utilities which can boost our energy. A well-designed structure should always provide both the space and also sensory stimulations. So a poorly designed building will be considered more costly in long run. It is because might be that today you are building a design today you are designing a building, and at later part you might see it that you will have from time to time you need more and more money to spend on it, to change, maybe to change that construction, maybe that you need to spend more on your health just because of there is less lightning, then might be that there might be some health issues. Then our architecture lets our culture progress in the way that we can't predict or force. This is one of the most exciting aspect of architecture and design. So good architecture progresses with time and encourages us to adopt healthier and more efficient habits. One of the example which I can give you are the go green buildings. They are the eco-friendly buildings which are made. So next slide, please. So we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us, which means that not only we shape the buildings. Yes, I do agree. But for working in a favorable environment which suits us, it is important for us not only to look at the design, but also to look at the infrastructure which is inside a particular room or area. And for that, we all need to be specific about the shapes, etc. So next slide, please. So, but the question arises that building design is more important than ever. So, we have more levelers than ever before. Better building technologies will simply fail if they are not well and designed and integrated from the let go. So, great designs which put all the elements together in right way is the only way to ensure that we get good results. So, to get a great building, we need a great design too. Fundamental building design still plays a big role in overall building performance. So on typical building project, building shape form alone can influence energy used by 10 to 15%, and combining that with the influence of glaze, which often influence building. It's not visible. Archit, can you please zoom in? Yeah. Performance in the 15 to 25% range. I know that it's a small ratio which you are saying, but at a whole for a building, it's a pretty large range. So we have an urgent need to deliver performance now, since we all know that the population is growing everywhere, whether it be India, China, or any part of the world. We need a residence to live. We need, and with each and every upcoming day, we need more and more infrastructure development each at every place, I guess. So we have a phenomenal amount of building around us. Thus, we need to get very high performance standards very quickly. And for that, we need more and more great ideas from you people. And of course, we are working. So we do not have the unlimited capital at our disposal. And of course, it is very important that a project which we are building is economically favorable for us. We need to be very smart at deploying capital on building projects by crafting the design that carefully balance all the conflicting priorities using the least possible capital, so that we get an efficient design in less and in much less cost as compared to what we can actually make. Yeah, next slide please. So many of you might have seen this famous monument, which is the Hawa Mahal, which is situated in Jaipur. So why am I showing this as an example of efficient design? It is the important thing. So next slide, please. So some of the features why it is called an iconic monument is it is the tallest building without any foundation in the world. So basically, as we know that whenever we build even our homes, we first lay the foundation on building. But Hawa Mahal stands without any foundation. How it happens is it stands upright because it is curved and leaning at an angle of 87 degree. So when it is curved and it leans at 87 degree, like the force is distributed all over. If you have ever seen any crown being placed on a table, you will have an idea that how that rest on a table without any support. So that is how Hawa Mahal is leaning at an angle of 87 degrees and stands upright without any help, without any foundation. So some other silent features are there. As I said, it is a crown-like structure, and the jali works in windows is similar to honeycomb. And Hawa Mahal has about 953 windows, which are also called the charokas. And there are no stairs to reach upper floor, only ramps are present. And all of these features make it a unique monument. But to think all of these, we need some innovative ideas of some design enthusiast, which you might be the one in a future. So can we switch to the next slide, please? So what are the important structural elements of a building, you might be wondering, since it might be also your dream to build a house someday. So clearly, buildings are composed of many structural elements such as beams, columns, slabs, and footings. So beams are basically the horizontal structures which carry the forces. Columns are the vertical structural members which carry loads, and it is mainly compression many a times, and it is one of the crucial member of the building. Why so? We'll see in the next slides. Now slabs are the structural elements which are used for creating a flat surface, which might be the floor, roof, or the ceiling. And footing is the most important thing of a building. It is the structural element that transmits loads of the entire superstructure to the underlying soil below the structure. Next slide. And as we know that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so not getting a clear definition, you might not be getting a clear definition of what am I saying. So let's get an illustrations with the help of pictures. So the most important thing in these pictures are the beams, columns, slabs, and the footings. So here, the columns which are shown as the vertical structures, they carry the load from these beams which are shown at first. And these beams, the slabs apply the force. So as the structure is shown and the force FBD is shown to you can see that the gravity load of those slabs is distributed on the beams, and that beams and carry that force to the columns, and that columns transfer that to the footing, and that footing then it happens as an action reaction kind of force. You can see at the footing, like the ground applies a normal towards the footing, and the footing applies the gravity load towards that, and this is how a building is constructed. Next slide please. So what are trusses basically? So a truss is a triangulated system of members that are constructed and connected in a way such that they only incur axial forces. So truss is basically a triangular system, as it is said. It consists mainly sometimes of rods, which can be of iron or sometimes any other metal. But the main important thing which is here is that they can only carry the axial forces, means that force can only be applied at its ends. These members are considered two force members since the forces are only applied at either ends of the member, resulting in either a compression or a tension force. They are commonly used as bridge designs given their ability to efficient span long distances. And you might be wondering that why trusses are used so frequently. They are used even in the Eiffel Tower. It is because these trusses are the most stable structures which we can use in any of the buildings. And triangles, if you see, you can even experiment it that when you construct a triangle using some rods and you pin them at at each and every end, then you will see that there is very less deformation in the structure. That's what makes them stable. Can we get to the next slide, please? Yeah, so here are some of the examples of trusses which you can see. They are used in the various bridges, and even in you can see that this shed which is made in it, the support is made from the trusses. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is a pro tip for any of you who might be planning for any construction anytime. It is very important for us to consult the plan before construction. This is because we might not know where we are leading. Like without any proper design, if we go on and start constructing a building and we just forget about something, there might be the issues which has happened in this picture which you can see. So a proper planning is very much important, and for that efficient design is important, and then efficiently constructing, and for that a proper analysis is important. And now with all these I hand over this to Shruti.
Okay, so let's see what CAD is. As it is stated here, it is computer aided designs. It refers to the use of to create graphical representation of physical objects, assist in design process. It also refers to the use of computer prepare presentational images or to prepare production information, enabling objects to be manufactured. Although sometimes it is referred as computer aided drafting as it does not involve designing. CAD can be used to create 2D or 3D representation and also generate animations and other presentational materials. Specialist CAD softwares is available for specific purposes, and a wide range of software applications have been developed for use in design and constructions. Some of these softwares will look in later in these slides. Next slide, please. So why do we need CAD? Here is the answer. There are many benefits of using CAD. Firstly, it improves the speed of production and quality of drawn information. It reduces development cost. It also generate a visualization during the design process to help in decision making. It also improves accuracy and reduces errors, and it enables changes to be made more easily and so facilitates the consideration of a wider range of options. It also allows drawing to be generated at a wide range of scales and with the addition of accurate information such as dimension. It also we can also reuse these informations very easily. Just think if we wanted to replicate some structure which we have already made, but without CAD, it would be so difficult to replicate it, and it will be a waste of labor and time. So CAD is very important. Um, so one does not simply open AutoCAD real quick, but what is AutoCAD? Next slide, please. Okay, CAD is an industry level software we use for drawing. The picture here depicts a truss bridge. You can also make drawings. You are currently making TA 101 really quick and easily. And okay, next slide. The other software we use in our society is Fusion 360. It is used for 3D modeling, and analysis can also be done using this. And one more plus point is that we can make CAD designs from 3D models. Next slide, please. The next software we use is ANSYS. We use it for analysis and design. The picture here depicts an analysis, an analyzed structure which shows deflection. We can see the color code, and we can check where the deflection is highest, and many other such properties. Next slide, please. Then we also use SAP 2000. It is main software used by our society and the most used one. It is used for virtual design and analysis of structures. We often use it for smaller structures or portions of larger structures. Next slide, please. Okay, this meme is under construction. We can scroll down. So now let's talk about our projects. So first one is catalysis. The objective of this project was to design the barrel of a rifle and optimize the design through static and thermal analysis. The software we used in this project was Fusion 360 and ANSYS 2021. We used Fusion 360 to make a solid model of a gun barrel, and ANSYS 2021 software for finite element analysis. This give us an idea of the performance of the model and the reason in which it is highly stressed, etc. The picture in the left depicts an analyzed structure, and we can see various properties um, uh, through that picture. Next slide, please. Okay, then we have structure super combo. The aim of this project was to design and analyze structure, and particularly beams, trusses, frames, and their combinations. The software we used was SAP 2000. In this project, we designed various structures such as bridges, buildings, and a hypothetical structure of a bridge across two buildings, which is shown above. And these structures were then analyzed whether these structures are sustainable or not, and how we can make them even more stable. Next slide, please. Okay, then we made an app called Trust Solver. The aim of this project was to develop an app that eases out calculation required in trust bridge analysis. So in this process, we learned the basic of trust analysis and structure analysis. We also started learning about XAML and UWP app development processes to create GUI for our apps. We also saw a side-loaded app in our PC and tested for various trust structures. And the impact it had is that learned the basic of mechanics of solid, but and also delved deeper into solving trust problems. They also learned uh, app development, and thus they are capable of building their own app. Okay, next slide. Then we also had analysis of building for earthquake. The software we used in this project was SAP 2000 and ETABS. Um, in the process, in this process, we learned basics of mechanics of solids and structural analysis. We used SAP 2000 and ETAP software for basic to advanced level. Uh, what we did in this project was we have designed buildings using softwares and worked upon a prototype and tested it with earthquake loads. Next slide, please. Okay, these are some of our structure projects, and yes, we construct these structures, and with this, okay, next slide. With this, I would like to hand over to Mukesh.
Hello, Bacha. So far we have discussed about the basics, like the basic activities of the DESCON society and what we have done in past few years. So now what we have for you. Firstly, we have workshops for you. In those workshops, we will uh, we will have like workshop sessions on design and modeling workshops. We will design some structures and make prototypes of those. Secondly, we held discussion sessions and competitions in DESCON society. So we also keep some goodies and goodies rewards for the winners. And we regularly held some talks and sessions in DESCON as well. We invite our LMs and industry experts who who working on the things we are learning here in this society. So talking after having talks with them, you will get better idea on how will you implement these things in the industry. And projects are most important, one of the most important part of any society or club, uh, uh, and where we put our knowledge from the acads, and we learn from the clubs and societies. We also go deeper. We also have deeper dive into rabbit holes and do some research and analysis, and create cool things. Also, we publish articles on design and constructions, news articles on what's happening in the design and construction world on our Medium and Facebook page. Next slide, please. Okay, so how to join us? Anyone have an answer to this question? How can you join any society or club?
I think after going through these intro sessions, you already know how can you join any society of club.
Yeah, so
If anyone want to answer, can answer that.
yeah, if anyone have any answers, like you had many sessions with any other clubs, so you might know, you should know answer to this.
So yeah, one
Uh,
student
get in,
make
yeah,
nice thing by participating in workshop. Yeah, you're right. Yes, so like
yeah, and to
so yeah, you have just you have to show enthu. So by participating in workshops, talks, and or other like competition and events, so you will be a part of our society, nothing else. And for
yeah,
now,
basically,
hmm,
and to is the correct answer.
yeah, so
Clubs and
enthu is
societies
important.
are, yeah, open for all. There are no restrictions or
No
prerequisites.
prerequisite.
You can just join our socials and be updated with current events and activities we do, and do participate in all the events we are going to.
So yeah, you can join our Discord. For now, to join our society, you can join our Discord server to get regular updates and like our Facebook page as well. So link of which I have put in the chat box.
Yeah,
So
make sure you are in our Discord.
so yeah. So you should be in the Discord if you are interested or curious to learn about these things, constructional activities you want to participate in, and you want to know about like held discussion in about these worlds of wonders and related stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, just try to be active in society club activities, and those who active in the club activities or events, those are the people who lead a society for long. Next slide. Next. Yeah, so Arjo Jain and me, Mukesh Kumar, are the leaders of Descon Society.
So yeah, I'm
You
Arjav
can
Jain.
you can see
So
our photo.
yeah, so if you are having any query, you can contact us anytime. So
Yeah, so we have a team of secretaries. So we have around eight secretaries in our society. You
so
can get in.
two of which you have already met, Priya and Shruti, who have presented with us so far. So we have taken the introductory session.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you want to meet other secretaries, you need to join our Discord server.
yeah. So we'll
Next
be
slide.
ever ready to help you out here.
So these are contact number of my and Arsujan. So you can call me or DM me on WhatsApp. I'm available most of the time. And here is our Facebook group link and Discord server link. So make sure you join both. Yeah. So if anyone have any questions, me and or me, Arjun, and or team is here. You can ask any questions.
So yeah, the intro session is officially over. If you have any question, you can ask us, or if you want to leave, you can leave. But please make sure to join our Discord server and like our Facebook page. Yeah, is someone speaking? So yeah, if anyone, any of you don't have any questions, so we will end this meeting. So yeah, bye guys, and I hope you are going to enjoy a lot in this at IITK, and we hope we will meet soon. So yeah, bye guys. I will end the meeting.
Yeah. Bye everyone.